Hello everyone, welcome back to your channel The Ghadi Insan. So before connecting to the LLM or the foundation models available in Amazon Bedrock, we'll be understanding a concept called an inference profile. Okay, so see what happens when you connect to create a client to connect to LLM. Client, you understand what? Means via this client we will be connecting to LLM, right? Client. Like what is the way to interact with application? Browser. Browser is what a client, right? Through which we reach our application. We communicate with the servers, right? So so when you create a client to connect to LLM, so their model ID quite okay, required. Okay. And in that model ID, we generally need to provide inference profile ID. See, why I have written here a term generally? Because for some of the models, you can directly write down the model ID. But to some of the models connecting, you need to write inference profile ID. Now, let me explain you what is inference profile. See, when you send your request or prompt to LL, okay, there comes a kind of interceptor in between, that is inference profile, that routes your request. Now, what is this routing your request? See, there are multiple people sending or trying to access the LLMs, right? So, there requires a kind of load balancer, load balancer to balance the load and distribute the traffic. So, this is the inference profile purpose. So what it does, it routes the request, right? It routes the request to different instances. Okay, so that is the concept of inference profile. So before connecting to that LLM client, we need to provide model ID, and in that model ID we need to provide the inference profile ID. Sometimes directly providing mobile model ID works. See, this is the model field. Let me correct, model field required. And in that model ID, we generally need to provide instance profile ID. In that model, we need to generally provide instance profile ID. Sometimes, sometimes providing directly model ID may work. But what is recommended? Instance profile ID. Okay. So, and what is this instance profile? I've explained. Now you see. First, we will be checking like what all are the foundation models available. So this is the command, right? You have already seen this. Will give us the view of like what all foundation models we have the access from the Amazon Bedrock. See, this is one of them, right? So this is the model ID, right? This is the model ID. So sometimes just writing this model ID will work. See here, if you go next and next, it will give you more one. Okay, this is given a one data it is saying, because there may be many foundation models, right? So for that you see here, this is model ID. Okay, so giving this also it may work for some, but what is recommended is giving instance file ID. What is giving? This is in summary by one for of the foundation model that have access thing command that, right? Now we'll be checking what are the inference profile present in this region, AP South 1, because Mumbai is nearest to me, so I will be accessing the foundation models from there. Now to exit from here, you just type on your side. What are the different inference profile reasons available? It will give you the inference profile. See, this is how it comes, right? Like suppose for the Claude it has come, right? See, this is the inference profile name. Okay, APAC, this one. Okay, so now let's do the command is to list the file summary for each of the models one by. What if you want inference profile name for all the models that is you are having access? Run it down. Let's run it down. Exit here, we'll type. So these are the inference profile name for the different models that we have access. For this like Claude one, this is the inference profile name. Got it? What is inference profile? We have already understood, and this is the inference profile name. Okay, right. Now we need, let me down this is list the inference profile names for the models that have the access. Getting that. Now see, as I had mentioned that we will be using a chatbot that will be, I mean, sorry, the foundation model as discussed. First, we will be using the LLM from Amazon Bedrock, looking at what things do you remember? Let me revise it for you. First, what operations we run? What operation? So, so we are building a basic chatbot application that will generate some text, right? Right. So we will be selecting LLM that generates text. Okay, that's our criteria. We won't go for that looking at whether it's generating image, video, or not. Okay. So and price should be as minimum as possible, and our objective should also be fulfilled. So what I have decided that in this project I will be using Amazon Nova Micro. This is the cheapest one. So this we will be using, okay, in our project. So now what I am trying to do is, with this command I am trying to find out the summary for a particular inference profile name, right? See here, you see here for Nova Micro, this was the inference profile name, right? And we want to know what is the inference profile ID for this one. Okay, what we want to know the inference file ID for the inference file name is APAC Nova Micro. APAC Nova Micro. Let's type down this command. Out. Here it is coming as inference profile name is coming as this and this one. inference profile ARN. So we will be picking inference profile ARN. Copy it down. And file ARN. This one. So where that model attribute will be there, no, while connecting the model attribute, we can provide two things. One is the reference profile ARN value is right, or can provide reference profile ID. What is that ID? Can you guess? This is the ID. Think. This is the. So in the next video, when we will trying to create a client to connect to the LLM present in Amazon Bedrock, in that model attribute, we will be adding this value. Got it? Got the concept? This response you can see, right? So basically, we wanted to know the inference profile ID, right? And this is how we got it, right? Because like first, what we did, we checked like what all foundation models are available one by one, right? Then we kind of try to find out the inference profile summary for each of the models one by one. Then we try to find out what are all the inference profile names that we have available for the different models at once, right? At once we got to know what different inference profile names we are having. Just run down this command, you will understand more better. Okay. Then we decided we will be going with Amazon Nova Micro. Okay. So according to that, what we did, we wrote a query in which we provided inference profile name as APAC Nova Micro, which is the inference profile name of a Nova Micro model. Okay. And according to the price, right? And according to our objective, we decided that we are going to go with Amazon APAC Nova Micro, and we ran the below command, this command to know the inference profile ID, right? So this was the output in which this was the inference profile ARN, and this part was our inference profile ID. And while connecting to the client, we have two options: either we provide the inference profile ARN or inference profile ID. As the inference profile ID is short and it's not mentioning our root credentials, root credentials. So this, so this we will be adding in the model attribute the next video while creating a client to connect to the LLM. Right. That's it. Thank you guys. Keep coding, keep exploring. Ready, answer.